Hi Scorpio, this is your March 10th through the 16th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entry in your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Scorpio. We have the Chariot, clarified by the Ace of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. In the potential outcome, we have the Queen of Cups with the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. And we also have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Cancer, maybe a Sagittarius. Who is traveling this week, Scorpio? Or are you not aware yet? Because we do have 3 cards on the table that could be interpreted as cards of travel, right? As a matter of fact, the Chariot, the first card that came out, and the Eight of Wands, kind of in the middle right there, those 2 cards are the 2 fastest cards in the whole entire deck. Those 2 cards are the 2 fastest. The Knight of Swords is also a pretty speedy card, but those 2 are definitely the fastest too. Right? And both of those 2 cards are surrounding this King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is sandwiched in between those 2 cards. Right? So the King of Pentacles is, I assume that's going to be the person you're going to be dealing with. So it could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart. If they're not an Earth sign, they could be somebody who maybe has something to do with finances. Could be an entrepreneur, somebody who works for a financial institution, or maybe they're wealthy. Okay, yeah, but the Chariot, the first card that came out, yep, definitely a card of travel. Perhaps this has something to do with transportation in general, because the Chariot could be a vehicle, a car, a plane, right? A train, a bus, an RV, I don't know. But somebody could be traveling. Maybe you're traveling, they're traveling, both of you are meeting somewhere as both of you hit the road, or maybe they'll come see you. Okay, but then we have that Eight of Wands in the middle, so there's going to be more travel, right? There's going to be more travel. The Chariot is also a card of victory and success, all right? And it's clarified by the Ace of Cups, which is great. The Ace of Cups is all about love, right? The Ace of Cups is the most loving ace out of all phrases. So perhaps this person is coming in with the notion, with an idea, with the belief that they want to win you over, that they could be falling for you right away with that Ace of Cups. Perhaps if it's been a long distance thing, maybe it's no longer going to be a long distance, or if you meet this if you've already met this person online somewhere, they'll come see you. They'll come see you. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, and perhaps both of you then can go somewhere together. Anyway, the Eight of Wands, right? That second really fast card. It's also a card of a lot of communication. It could be a card of the Cupid's arrows. So it's a very fast-paced reading, but at the same time a very loving reading. Okay, the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Eight of Wands could be a card of, buying tickets. Right? The Page of Pentacles could be something tangible, something you can touch. It could be anything. Right? In the potential outcome, we have the Queen of Cups with the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I assume you're the Queen of Cups here, Scorpio. I think it's a reasonable assumption. The Nine of Cups right next to you is a card of a wish come true. It's a card of a satisfaction and fulfillment. And the Wheel of Fortune, another card that could actually be interpreted as a card of going somewhere. But it could be like a very fortunate turnaround for you, Scorpio, when all of this plays out, when all of this pans out, right? The Wheel of Fortune is the start of a cycle, but since it's in the potential outcome, it's the start of a new cycle and the next level up. Yep. So yeah, there isn't really much else for me to say besides just, because otherwise I'll just sound like a broken record. Yes, somebody's traveling, most likely, or it could be somehow associated with transportation. There's definitely love, right, from the beginning with that Ace of Cups. And you may consider it as a lucky, fortunate turnaround for you. All right, Scorpio, really happy for you. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Scorpio, this spread is for you. We have the Fool, clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Two of Wands, Temperance, and the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, Aquarius, or whatever your person's zodiac sign is. Very, very specific reading, Scorpio. I think it's a way of the universe to tell you not to rush into something. Let me explain. Let me explain real quick. I don't see anything bad, by the way. No, don't worry. Don't panic. The first two cards, the Fool clarified by the Ten of Cups. All right? This could have already happened, or it's about to happen. Right? The Fool could be an Aries you're dealing with, but the Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, jumping right in, being spontaneous. And to me, actually, the Fool is a very happy card. To me, the Fool is a happy card. All right? The Ten of Cups, clarifying that, is the happily ever after card. It's a card of a family, commitment, marriage. And if you take a closer look at both of those two cards, right? And if you look at the gesture of the person in the Fool card, look at they've got their arms spread out. To me, it's a gesture of a very happy person, happy individual, right? The two adults in the Ten of Cups, they also have two of their arms like in the upwards position, right? To me, it's very similar to the gesture of the person in the Fool card. So to me, both of those two cards are really happy cards. So something happy must have happened or about to happen, and it has something to do with a family. Or maybe you're just getting married, or you got married, or maybe you're already married. But it's like some kind of a happy, something happy happened or about to happen. However, the next two cards, the Two of Wands and Temperance, those two cards are talking about just slowing things down, think about it, don't rush into anything, make some kind of an assessment, weigh your pros and cons, weigh your options, make sure you do everything correctly, don't rush into anything. That's what it kind of feels like to me, right? Because Temperance is all about, slow down, just take it easy, just think about it, don't rush into anything, that's what Temperance is to me. It's also a card of patience, right? And it's also a card of balance. Could be a Sagittarius you're dealing with, by the way. And the Two of Wands in the middle kind of feels the same, right? Because the person in the Two of Wands, they're standing there, they're looking into the horizon, and they're just taking their time, they're choosing, they're like maybe thinking, so what's next for me? How do I handle the future? Right? And the star on the bottom of the deck could be an Aquarius, but the star is a card of a wish come true. So yeah, let me know how this plays out for you. But I think the main message of this reading is to not rush into something. Just think it through. Make sure you do it correctly. I think that's the main message of this spread. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for your Scorpio this week, or if you go back to somebody, or if you decide to reach out to somebody from your past. All right, so we got the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Swords. We have Death clarified by the Six of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Cups, and we have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign towards Virgo, Capricorn, or maybe even another Scorpio or water sign like you, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I could be connecting with a widow or widower, right? It could be the person you're dealing with who has recently lost somebody. I'm not predicting anybody passing, no, but it could have already happened. If that's your story, if that's the case, if this is your scenario, right? Maybe somebody is no longer with us, right? Because the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and Death after that. Death is your major arcana card, Scorpio, but at the same time, Death could be a card of an ending, right? And together with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, somebody could no longer be with us, right? The Six of Swords, clarifying Death, is a card of moving on. It is a card of moving on, right? It's also a card of literally moving. It's a card of an improvement. All right. The Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck is a soulmate card, and it's also a card of somebody from the past. Not necessarily an ex. It can be. It doesn't have to be. It could be for some of you, just somebody from your past. At the end, we have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups could be you, right? Or it could be a fellow water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Knight of Pentacles could be an earth sign. But the Knight of Pentacles is the most financially abundant knight out of all three knights. The Knight of Pentacles is all about stability. With the Knight of Pentacles, you can always plan ahead. It's a serious, long-term oriented knight. Okay? So whatever the case, whatever the scenario, I think there's a chance for you to either reconcile, or if it's just somebody from your past, then you could give it a shot and see where it takes you. But I like the fact that the Knight of Pentacles showed up at the end. I really like it. Because like I said, it's all about stability, long-term money, planning, and all that good stuff. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Scorpio, this week. We have the Two of Pentacles, the World, the Fool, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, and we also have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Really good spread, right? 3 financial cards, 3 work, business, and finances cards. So with the Two of Pentacles and the World following, those 2 cards, perhaps for some of you, up until this point, you had like multiple sources of income, but perhaps they were like small gigs. Maybe you're a freelancer and you were just juggling different projects, different gigs, different everything, right? And perhaps this week you'll be like starting a full-time job, right? So you will no longer have to be all over the place. You will no longer have to juggle with the Two of Pentacles. Or perhaps with the Two of Pentacles, the job you currently have or had up until this point, you know, it wasn't paying much. You know, perhaps that's what was going on, and you had to juggle your finances. So starting this week, perhaps you're starting a much better job, much more paying job, and you will no longer have to like struggle financially with the Two of Pentacles. Whatever the case, I see an improvement. I do see an improvement. For some of you, you could be starting a remote job. For some of you, it could be literally like work from home, remote job. For others of you, you may have to relocate for the job. And I see, if that's the case, then I see you doing it, right? Because the Fool, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, you know, those 2 cards together, yeah, good. Something good. The Fool is a card of being spontaneous, or it's a card of taking a leap of faith. It's also a card of liberation, right? Liberation from the Two of Pentacles, especially if you weren't making enough money. So you will no longer have to juggle, or you will no longer have to, you know, do something with the Two of Pentacles. It will feel more stable. The Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Fool, is a card of work, business, and finances. And the same can be said about the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Very similar cards in this case. Both are work, business, and finances. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Scorpio. We have the Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, clarified by the Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer or any Zodiac sign. So I'm going to assume the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, they're coming from the same person or the same company. All right? I assume that. All right, so what you're not expecting, perhaps... since the Page of Cups showed up in the beginning, it could have already happened. So the Page of Cups, somebody wanted to meet with you, right? And perhaps you've already met with this person, you already had this meeting, or you will have a meeting with somebody in the beginning of the week with that Page of Cups, and they're going to make you an offer with that Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, right? They're going to make you an offer, and I think you're going to take it. However, there's going to be like a waiting period after that. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting. So perhaps, let me throw in an example. Say it's a job interview, right? And they made you an offer and you accepted it, but you have to wait for the official start date, right? And perhaps that's what you're going to be doing, or what you have been doing. You've been waiting. So here comes the Ace of Wands, clarified by the Chariot. This is that start date on the new job. Okay, the Ace of Wands is a very passionate ace. The Chariot, clarifying, it could be a Cancer, you know. The Chariot is a card of literally going somewhere. But it is a card of victory and success. All right, if you run your own business, perhaps you're getting a new contract. Perhaps that's what's happening. But there is an offer. You have to wait for it to actually kick in, for it to start, for it to launch. And with the Ace of Wands, clarified by the Chariot, there's that start, there's that beginning, there's that launch. A very powerful one. Perhaps what you're not expecting, maybe it's starting sooner, or you're not expecting this job offer, you're not expecting this meeting, you're not expecting that something amazing, something great is going to come out of that meeting, or you're not expecting actually getting that job, or what have you. Alright, Scorpio, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have an amazing week.